What's going on, guys? CJ here with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the best deck in Wild Hearthstone. Stay tuned because you're not going to want to miss this. Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about probably the best deck in Hearthstone for Wild as of June 2020 Ashes of Outland. The deck is Odd Demon Hunter. This deck just puts out so much damage so quickly, you win games within a few turns. It's just much stronger than probably Pirate Warrior if you're looking for the aggro decks. It's stronger than Secret Mage if you're looking for an aggro deck. It's stronger than Odd. When looking at all the other aggro decks, this one just does everything way better than those. There's no reason to play realistically any other decks if you're trying to just grind a legend extremely quick. This deck just wins games, plain and simple. You're looking for your Metamorphosis if you can, maybe not in your opener, but certainly a core card. 5 mana, deal 5 twice. It's just insane. You got your turn 6 with Coin, or turn 7, you go ahead and hit face, you throw down your spell Metamorphosis, you go ahead and hit that face again, or if there's a taunt blocking and you got a board full of minions, boom, you just kind of clear them up. The combo is just nuts, right? You get 7 damage for 2 straight turns if you're able to hit the face twice with the spell and your hero power. For the other key cards to this deck that just makes it, in my opinion, really, really strong is going to be your Battle Fiend with your Lowly Squires, because they inspire with your hero power that you're doing pretty much every single turn. And then the Beaming Sidekick. That was a card that was kind of added in the standard side of things. It's now been added into the wild side because Priestess of Fury took a little bit of a nerf that it doesn't really seem that playable anymore. I think one of in the deck is probably still okay. I don't currently run it in my version, but I don't see it being a dead card. It's definitely still very strong, being able to push the damage at the end of your turn. So it's not a, if it was the next turn, maybe it would be a terrible card, right? But like, because it is a card that is able to go off at the end of the turn, you're still getting a lot of burst damage, potentially to face if there's nothing on the board from the enemy. So not a bad card, but certainly not a must-have in the deck. But Beaming Sidekick giving these very powerful early game cards like Battle Fiend and Lowly Squire the +2 HP is nuts, like just nuts. And then the augmented card, I'm drawing a blank on the name of it, but the one that's the 1 mana 2/1, deal 1 damage to your minion and give it Divine Shield, or if you are trying to just take down an enemy minion that's on the board and you want to clear it off without having to maybe lose a minion or use your hero power to do it, you can just dink him for 1 and now that minion's gone, right? So like, it's very versatile card. I mean, of course, the Divine Shield on your own minions is just absolutely amazing, but if you wanted to use it as, you know, like I said, like a versatility card where you can clear an enemy minion, again, it's great. Satyr Overseer is another card in this deck that's just nuts. To be able to throw down a decent sized body and then just kind of slam 2/2s on the board from using your hero power, especially if you kind of throw it down later in the game, and then you have your Warglaives. Warglaives, 5 mana, 3/4, just kind of slapping as many times as you want, as long as it's not its face. I mean, and again, with your hero power on turn 6, it's a 5 mana 5/4. Like, the cards, there's just so many good Demon Hunter cards that I'm generally concerned on how they're going to introduce more Demon Hunter cards in future expansions that isn't just going to constantly make both the wild and the standard Demon Hunter builds, like especially the aggressive builds, not just insanely powerful, that they're going to have to nerf other cards all the time to keep up with how strong this set is off the initial set plus 1 expansion, let alone 5+ years of history of other decks that don't have as much tools to work with. That, you know, maybe every year you're kind of throwing in a couple extra cards, especially in wild, right? Because wild's where all the broken stuff is. So yeah, not to go on a rant, but this deck is just nuts. And we didn't even get into the Glaive-Bound Adept, right? I mean, 5 mana 6/4, you're always using your hero power, so it's realistically a 6 mana 6/4 deal 4. Some sub cards, I don't really think there's a lot. I think there's other cards that you could kind of flex into this deck. And if you're kind of worried about the legendaries, well, most of them are must crafts. Yeah, I mean, the game plan here, the mulligan strategy, keep your 1-drops. That's kind of the name of the game. You're just trying to like throw as much as you can down to put as much pressure on as possible early, and then use some of your later card games like trying to throw down your Gladebound Adept for that kind of big body with the burst. Your Satyr maybe a little bit later in the game, but yeah, you're looking for your Battle Fiends, your Beaming Sidekicks, your Lowly Squires. Throw them down. If you're playing a control deck, maybe you're potentially looking to maybe keep Lotheb just so that way you have that ability to shut the enemy down on turn 5, as well as Mana Burn to also kind of keep things on your side while they're just kind of stuck doing nothing. Another card that I do like in this deck that isn't on this specific build, but on a build that I have been using, is the Blowtorch guy, the 3 mana 3/4, make the opponent's hero power costs 3. I think that's fantastic in the mirror because of its flexibility to force them not to be able to really use the one tool that they want to use every turn. Because to spend 3 mana on that, especially early on, is just too slow. So it is a nice card that I've added to my build. So this specific build that we're talking about doesn't include it, but I think it's an awesome add-on. I would say one of the only issues with this deck that I think the older builds that now we've seen the whole Beaming Sidekick added in, the Lowly Squires and whatnot. Before that, the build was a little bit different. I think the draw is very, very limited. The sigils were nice when they were 1 mana 2/1s, draw a card as an outcast, which outcast I feel like never, generally speaking, outcast is fairly easy to pull off, especially because most of the time the Demon Hunter builds are tempo based, so you're always in the position where your hand's pretty low. But although Demon Hunter has a lot of draw, most of them are not odd and they're not really in this deck, so you kind of throw a lot down and you're going all in early. And if they clear your board and you're kind of sitting with 1 or 2 cards in your hand, you're probably in a bad spot, honestly. But that just makes it so it's extremely quick to grind to legend, because by like turn 3 or 4, like how the game is going to pan out. Now, most of Wild is a lot of aggro, so it's a lot of back and forth trading minions. But if you are playing that control deck and you're not really up by quite a margin by like turn 5, you probably lost the game. So you can play it out, but most likely it's not going to be in your favor. So anyways, this is the Odd Demon Hunter build. If you're looking for a push to legend, I would highly recommend running this deck. If you're looking for more decks, I plan on posting frequently, maybe 3 to 4 times a week. So if you do like the content and you are interested in seeing some more decks that I have to offer, and if you have any ideas that you'd like me to play, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Some Odd Demon Hunter versus Odd Demon Hunter action. We are obviously looking for our sweet 1-drops. So none of this. It's pretty good.
None will survive.
We played Kelvalent too.
Evil draws close.
I'm thinking about coining him out. Him into the Divine Shield could be pretty sweet.
Time grows short.
Maybe we just wait. This is pretty nice in the mirror.
I'll be a real knight. Hey, I got you, friend.
It's fine. If all he's doing next turn is hero powering, I'm kind of happy with that.
Weld it down, lock it up.
If all he's doing is that, I'm not upset. This card's When I first saw it, I was like, eh, but it's so versatile. You can use it to Divine Shield on minion. You can use it to kill a minion. Pretty strong. Wait, what? I don't understand. Why did he go face and not kill him? Hello?
I grow impatient.
Kind to want. I think we want a Battle Fiend. So we could Battle Fiend. Hit him ourselves to give him the Divine Shield, or we could just take out his little guy.
Time grows short. Demons.
We know this is happening.
That's an upgrade. Probably melt it down. Run away.
I was just on the fence. Did I want to hit my own Battle Fiend and make him a 2-1 with Divine Shield? It was tempting, but I don't know. I kind of like the board presence. We could probably freeze his face next turn. When he eventually decides to use his hero power, then we could just blowtorch it again.
Grow impatient.
Like, in an aggro mirror, to waste 3 mana is not good. So I could just freeze that. I also could silence it. And I could freeze his face, trade. Do I freeze his face, trade? Or do I freeze the minion? I guess I freeze his face, trade. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure he was running the original list. Back when Priestess of Fury was kind of the card. I like the original list for the draw. I think it has a little bit more draw capabilities. Like, this deck really only has 3 mana, deal 5. What do you think, it just made it go away? Silly goose. Okay. Playing some Warlock.
Gul'dan. Your soul shall be mine. This
Let's
day
not keep
now.
any of this. Your opponent, so we have no idea who we're playing against. It's alright. Double Battle Fiend's pretty nice. He hard mold everything, so is him.
None will survive.
I mean, I hard mold everything too, so I guess it doesn't mean anything. Let's swing and then boom, boom. Yeah.
Vengeance is mine.
I think we could have played him, but then maybe we did play him, right? Because on the next turn I beaming sidekick slap. Yeah, that was probably a misplay. Is this like classic?
Vengeance is mine.
I like having all these 1-drops, but the problem is if I go a little bit too wide and then he clears my board, I'm literally sitting with 0 cards. So
Of course it's the right way.
I can't do nothing, I suppose is what I'm trying to get at. I think we're gonna buff him.
Hey, I got you, friend.
Vengeance is mine.
Mana burn's pretty sweet. Coin Void Walker. Or Walker. Coin Void Caller. So it's like some kind of a Mechathune deck again, but like I'm trying to Coin Plague.
Trust me.
Yeah. He doesn't have any cards either. I don't like why is he playing this version or whatever the hell version he's playing? Like it doesn't make sense.
One day, I'll be a real knight.
Burn away to ash.
So he has 2 mana, he can't do much, but I also have nothing in my hand, so that's the downfall of drawing all my 1-drops.
We hunger for vengeance.
It's pretty good, but I would like to swing.
We're using
I don't want to play. Ugh. I was gonna say I don't want to play into Defile. There's no way he doesn't have like a Dark Skies. Tap Dark Skies. Yep.
run away.
He's at 19. I don't really have anything.
Is it cold in the shadows?
So next turn I can hit for 6, 11. I can hit him for 2 plus 4 plus another 5. Pretty good. I just like I don't understand why is he playing. Man, is he gonna get that card like over and over? Holy crap. He's at 21 on turn 6. I mean that's pretty tough.
Mind if I roll need?
I'd like to use that. I think I just have to. I don't think we trade. I think we just go face.
Black ice.
Now I am complete.
So he's at 8. He definitely isn't in Reno range yet, I wouldn't think, with half a deck left. It's fine. Okay. Delete that. No, all I need to do is literally draw any card that has damage that I can do this turn. And oh my god. That's the 4th time that card's been played. Actually insane. Well, Reno drop is kind of nice. Cataclysm is kind of nice. I don't, what the heck? And a burn. That sucks. I have to hit that, but
That's an upgrade. Probably.
Nice to meet you. Burn away to ash.
but he's run double Cataclysm. Like, what's his game plan here? I assume he's a Mechathune deck, and he just blew. Mana burn actually would have been smart too when he cards left, just to play around the Mechathune play, but at that point we lose anyway. But the fact that he did overdraw or lost Reno is pretty big. Like, there's no Reno here. Does he run double Cataclysm? He must.
I hope you like my invention.
How's this deck even working?
One day, I'll be a real knight.
Vengeance is mine.
Right, doesn't matter. No, we're just top decking at this point. I really just need anything that's face damage, and I can't get it. Blowtorch Saboteur would have been really good into this deck.
This one turned out nicely.
Run away!
That now.
Energy, power. People are addicted to it.
Why play like the quest version of this though? I gotta understand. Isn't it just slower? That's just a copy of.
Our enemies will fall.
Like, I don't. Like, what's the game plan?
I hope you like my invention.
Side effects? No. Trust me.
Those hero powers done absolutely nothing.
My blade will survive. Side effects? No. Trust me.
Vengeance.
You can heal. Is there any other spells that I care about? He's gonna play Mechathune. I think I just have to.
Energy, power. My people are addicted to it.
That sucks.
Folks, look out there.
But we know he has Mechathune. What else? They don't run Blood Boom anymore.
Extraordinary. How is it even possible?
And he still can hit me for a shit ton though. Oh my god, the silence though. Oh, the top deck silence. What is this version of this deck though? Like, what is going on? Oh, okay, so I mean, he technically had a chance to actually win the game by just playing it out, but that was cool. Holy crap.